The art of retribution. When I first met Laura, I thought I had found the love of my life. She was witty, beautiful, and seemed to understand me in ways no one else did. We spent countless nights talking about our dreams and future plans. Everything was perfect, until it wasn't. One evening, I noticed Laura was acting strangely. She was more secretive, always texting someone with a smile on her face, but never willing to share who it was. Trust was the cornerstone of our relationship, so I didn't press her about it initially. However, curiosity gnawed at me, and I couldn't ignore the growing pit in my stomach. The truth hit me harder than I could have ever imagined. Laura was cheating on me with her best friend, Jessica. I discovered this when I saw a series of intimate messages on her phone. They were planning meetups behind my back, sharing secrets they thought would never see the light of day. My heart shattered, but I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I decided to play it smart. If Laura wanted to play games, I would show her I was better at them. I began to subtly mess with her mind. It started with small things. I'd move items around in the apartment and pretend not to notice when she looked confused. I'd pretend to be engrossed in conversations we never had, making her second-guess her memory. The goal was to make her question her own sanity, just enough to unsettle her. One day, I replaced her favorite brand of coffee with a cheaper, bitter one. When she complained about the taste, I acted surprised and said it tasted the same to me. She started doubting her own senses. Another time, I slightly adjusted the thermostat every time she left the room, so she never felt comfortable with the temperature. It was petty, but it was satisfying to see her flustered and off balance. My biggest move came when I discovered she had planned a secret weekend getaway with Jessica. I decided to let her think everything was going as planned. On the day she was supposed to leave, I made a grand gesture of booking a surprise romantic weekend for us at a beautiful countryside bed and breakfast. She was torn, but I insisted that she cancel her plans with her friend and come with me instead. Reluctantly, she agreed. We drove out to the countryside, and for the first few hours I played the role of the loving boyfriend perfectly. We walked through the picturesque fields, had a delightful picnic, and even shared a few laughs. But that evening, as we sat by the fireplace, I couldn't hold back any longer. "Laura, there's something I need to tell you," I said, my voice calm but my heart racing. "What is it, Max?" she asked, looking genuinely puzzled. "I know about you and Jessica," I stated flatly. Her face went pale, and she opened her mouth to speak. But I cut her off. "Don't bother denying it. I've seen the messages. I've known for a while." Her eyes filled with tears, and she started to apologize. But I wasn't interested in her excuses. "I brought you here to give you one last memory of us, to show you what you're throwing away. But now, it's over." I stood up, walked out of the room, and left her sitting there in stunned silence. I didn't return until the next morning, and by then she had packed her things and was ready to leave. We drove back in complete silence, the tension so thick you could cut it with a knife. Once we got back to the apartment, and I told her it was best if she moved out. She didn't argue. She knew she had lost, and there was no coming back from this. I helped her pack her things, and within a week, she was gone. The apartment felt emptier without her, but I found solace in the quiet. I surrounded myself with friends and threw myself into work, using the distraction to heal. Laura tried to reach out through mutual friends, but I made it clear that I wanted nothing more to do with her. Months later, I ran into Jessica at a coffee shop. She looked uncomfortable, but approached me nonetheless. "Max, can we talk?" I agreed, out of sheer curiosity. Over coffee, she confessed that their fling had ended almost as quickly as it began. "It was a mistake," she admitted. "Laura misses you. She's a wreck." I took a deep breath, feeling a mix of vindication and pity. "She made her choices, Jessica. So did I. Sometimes there's no going back." Jessica nodded, looking remorseful. "I just wanted you to know. We both acted foolishly, and I'm sorry for my part in it." I left the coffee shop with a sense of closure. Laura's betrayal had hurt deeply, but in the end, I emerged stronger. Trust, once broken, is hard to repair, and I had learned the importance of valuing myself above a relationship that wasn't built on honesty. Life moved on, and so did I. In time, I found someone who cherished me as much as I cherished her, someone who understood the value of trust and loyalty, and for that, I was grateful. The scars of the past remained, but they were a reminder of my resilience and the lessons learned. I built a future on the foundation of those lessons, determined never to let deceit darken my doorstep again. And as for Laura, I hoped she found whatever it was she was looking for. I wished her no ill will, only that she learned from her mistakes as I had from mine. Life is too short to hold on to bitterness, and in moving forward, I found peace. Max thought he had found the love of his life in Laura, but his world crumbles when he discovers she's been cheating on him with her best friend Jessica. Instead of confronting her immediately, Max devises a plan to subtly mess with her mind, leading her to question her sanity. In a final act of retribution, he reveals his knowledge of her betrayal during a romantic weekend, leaving her stunned and their relationship in ruins. As Max rebuilds his life, he learns the importance of trust and self-worth, ultimately finding peace and a brighter future. This is a tale of betrayal, mind games, and the strength to move on.